I went and reviewed this morning and last night what they're putting on TV for kids, man. And I can't handle it. I mean, I want to start killing people. I'm going to be, I can't get it off the screen. I'm not kidding around, folks. I'm at my breaking point. Because there's a certain Satanism to this, that they just normalize it, where now it's out in the open, and now we talk about it, and they don't even get in trouble, and we do. I can't handle these people, man. They got our kids, they're ruining their lives, and they're laughing at us. And it's not normal to come up here and make it an outrage that we just talk about what they're doing. I can't look at it, because you know what? We know what they did to the little kid once they took him in there, and they show you on TV what they did. Adults can't handle looking at these crime videos. Police can't handle it, and they do it out in the open. But then I look at people who won't even look at this and won't even speak out against it. And I hate you more than the devil-worshiping pedophiles because you can stop it. But you don't. So I don't like what's the collapse that's coming, because I know it's not going to be fun. But you know what? We all deserve it. And so all of you that have been on the fence, that think all this Satanism's funny and think going along with it's funny and think you're powerful because you don't care. You think you're strong because you don't care about anybody, and you've got your little world, and that's all you care about. Your little empty plastic world is going to be destroyed.
You are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of pedophiles and cannibals. Does that sound like something you are behind? Or
well, I haven't heard that, but is that supposed to be a bad thing or a good thing?
Marina Abramovic is a superstar with every weird, twisted Hollywood, DC, or New York lowlife.
Christmas ornaments, drywall, and Jerry Epstein. Name 3 things that don't hang themselves.
Maxwell participated with and assisted Epstein in maintaining and protecting his sex trafficking ring, ensuring that approximately 3 girls a day were made available to him.
Human smuggling. People think of that as an ancient art. There are more human smugglers right now, traffickers they call them, than at any time in the history of our world.
Trump has signed executive orders to expand interdiction of human trafficking. It's exploded. He's got the Navy and the Army involved stopping it, and they're having huge bust of small children kidnapped.
Operation Cross Country led to the arrest of 120 human traffickers. One of the victims was just 3 months old.
124 arrests.
339 criminal arrests were made across the state.
84 underage boys and girls forced into prostitution.
Sarasota deputies have announced the arrest of 25 people accused of traveling to have sex with a child.
Tonight, more than half a dozen accused child sexual predators are off the street.
One trafficker was arrested after making a deal with an undercover agent to sell a 3-month-old girl and her 5-year-old sister for sex.
Human sex trafficking of juveniles.
I am prepared to bring the full force and weight of our government, whatever we can do, in order to solve this horrific problem.
The whole Clinton system is just littered with pedophiles, and Tony Podesta running, full-page articles about how he loves art of naked children. They're throwing it in our face. It's Friday, August 21st. The year is 2020. We're taking the gloves off of the deep state and their satanic pedophile networks. That house of cards is coming down, but the enemy is striking back. Now that we've drugged them from the darkness into the light of high noon, they're attempting to collapse the world economy and create religious and race war to distract from their crimes. It will not work. It will not happen. I started making a film a few months ago about Bill Gates and COVID-19, and it's ending up being a film about the shadow network and Jeffrey Epstein, because that's where it leads back to. And of course, Bill Gates is involved. And they're not just raping children, they're poisoning them with tainted vaccines, they're keeping them alive after they're aborted. It's a whole system based on murdering and killing and diseasing and absolutely torturing our most defenseless. And going through all these clips, I have all the clips from 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, going, there's no such thing as pedophilia. There's no networks of pedophiles. There's no kids kidnapped. There's no sex slavery. And I went back and researched it. The UN is a giant child and kidnapped woman sex trafficking operation. There's a big story at nationalfile.com. It's also on Infowars.com, where they're making a big deal about all these shows that sexualize 10-year-old girls. My God, they have programs because, be tough for little boys. They can take it with these vampire-like men dressed up like women, leading the children in and saying, oh, this kid's a top. That means he's pitching and oh, we're going to have 10-year-old boys having sex with other boys that call themselves women. Just out in the open, on TV, the dungeon keepers leading the children in drag queen story time. And this is their total, full, out of control assault. Netflix now showing men dressed as women leading young boys with their clothes off or scantily clad into sex dungeons. And Netflix is defending it and saying they stand by it. Now, people are upset about 10, 11-year-old girls twerking. And a show about how they're sexy and sexualizing them for the pedo viewer. But now, oh, the little boys are even younger. And they're being, let me bring this little boy into a homosexual sex dungeon. He's a top. They tell you he's going to go into this sex room on some dirty mattress, and he likes to do the pitching. With a leering demon, a man in a clown outfit, calling himself a woman, a man stealing a woman's identity to commit these crimes against God, and leering and smiling all the way into your child's soul. It's only drag queen story time. Come on. Men with erections and little girls and boys bouncing on them, with men sharking out like fiends from some nightmare. When I say I'm going to be honest with you, it just means that I don't want to be honest with you. And by that, all I've got is that I tell people what I really think. If I'm joking around, I'll tell you, but still in the satire, you get the truth of what I'm doing. And 99% of the time, I'm being serious. They always take the satire out of context. Even though I love satire, it's a good escape. It's fun. I don't do it very much because it gets taken out of context, and I'm not sure that's a good thing. But man, the enemy's winning, and in certain ways they're losing in others. Their whole globalist house of cards is starting to come down, but their plan to counter that is to implode everything and get us so distracted with trying to feed ourselves, they don't get in trouble, and they run off to all their armored fortresses while we kill each other. And then it's like, it's almost like I'm a devil worshiper to look at this. Like, I don't want to look at this. And I don't want to tell you, again, what I want to do to the people. You know what I want. I mean, we're not supposed to be around stuff like this. They bombard us with this. So I went and reviewed this morning and last night what they're putting on TV for kids, man. And I can't handle it. I mean, I want to start killing people. I'm going to be, I can't get it off the screen. I'm not kidding around, folks. I'm at my breaking point. Because there's a certain Satanism to this, that they just normalize it, where now it's out in the open, and now we talk about it, and they don't even get in trouble, and we do. And that's not all. I went this morning, I got up at 4 a.m., and I saw this story at like 5 a.m., and I went, oh, God, I remember that trailer. I went and watched it, and then I went and looked at some others. And I was walking down the stairs, and I started dry heaving and throwing up on the floor. And I actually stumbled into a side bedroom and laid on the ground for about 30 minutes. And I'm not saying that to like get your sympathy. I'm not a victim. I'm a warrior. I can't handle these people, man. They got our kids. They're ruining their lives, and they're laughing at us. And it's not normal to come up here and make it an outrage that we just talk about what they're doing. I can't look at it, because you know what? We know what they did to the little kid once they took him in there, and they show you on TV what they did. Adults can't handle looking at these crime videos. Police can't handle it, and they do it out in the open. In fact, now I go to that place, I can't even do it. And it's not, people have been listening a long time. No, I didn't used to do this thing where I go, I can't do the show anymore. This is a new thing the last year. And it's because I know you're overloaded too. And that's what the enemy's trying to do. So we have to give it to God and say, God, I'm just going to get the information out, and I'm not going to let myself take on the pain of this. But then it's a double-edged sword, and God goes, no, you're supposed to take on the pain. God's like, I took on all of it. You can't even look at it, one little piece. Get your ass up and stop being a wimp. So I'll be honest, I'm a wimp. But that's the process, and that's, it is. But then I look at people who won't even look at this and won't even speak out against it. And I hate you more than the devil-worshiping pedophiles because you can stop it. But you don't. So I don't like the collapse that's coming, because I know it's not going to be fun. But you know what? We all deserve it. And so all of you that have been on the fence, that think all this Satanism's funny and think going along with it's funny and think you're powerful because you don't care. You think you're strong because you don't care about anybody, and you've got your little world and that's all you care about. Your little empty plastic world is going to be destroyed. And you're too stupid to even know it. I sit there and I talk to these sociopaths, and I explain to them, I go, you understand that once there's no morals and once there's no conscience and once things collapse, you live in this satanic fantasy world where you can just crap over whoever you want and nothing ever comes back. Don't you understand that it comes back on you very quickly? But Satanists can't think 2-step, 3-step, 4-step, 5-step, 6-step, 7-step, 8-step, because they don't have God. I have discernment because I'm tied into God. I'm not bragging about it. I've got 1,000,000 steps. I can see all of it. And let me tell you, I don't like seeing it. So maybe that's why these people are like this. But my God, if you decide you don't want to see the truth and don't want to stand up, just don't be so smiley face about it like it's funny, because it ain't funny. You want to live a few more years and drive your Porsche around and act cool at the country club, go ahead, but know you're like a man eating his last meal going up before a firing squad, because if you were actually self-serving, you would want morality, even if you're a sociopath. But there's something about sociopaths and psychopaths who have a spirit of evil. They're destroying themselves along with all of us, because their selfishness is absolutely who they are. They know why they flaunt this pedophilia and this Satanism in front of us, because they know people that don't like it turn away from it and just give them control of the field. No, I'm going to look at all of it, and I'm going to attack it all, and I'm going to put the most horrible things on air. And when the TV stations call up and say, sir, you can't put that on, I go, well, that's what 5-year-olds are shown. You think I want to look at that? You think I want to look at that? You think I like that? What I want to do, and you know what I want to do, is get these people off the children and off of us. You think they just want to rape children? They want to rape your mind. They want to rape your cells. They want to rape your DNA. They want to rape your future. They want to rape everything, because that's who they are. They don't want to love people. They don't want to nurture things. They want to cut stuff down. They want to burn it to the ground. Well, good. Because all of you parasites that love death so much, you're going to burn. And you're going to burn very, very slowly forever. And so that's why justice works that way. What you are is what you become forever. You burn us, you hurt us, you torture us, you will be that forever. God doesn't cast you into a lake of fire. You are the lake of fire. So you just enjoy yourselves all day long while you piss on everything, because you're done. And so it's like when the police bust some serial killer with 20 bodies buried in the backyard or in the basement or in their walls, and it's disgusting and it stinks and they're looking at all of it and they've shot video of it, but at least the guy's busted and he can do it anymore. It's a good thing when you find them. It's a good thing when you dig them up and you deliver the little kids back to their parents. They have a proper burial because at least they got stopped. So those of you that say I'm obscene because I cover this, no, I am here and you are here to destroy them.